right at it.
Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem was of what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just gon' change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame it. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God law, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passing. I think massive, no respond, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overthrow fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatics. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions, cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now when I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, boxing the goal. And they know I'm raw, and they know the spot, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they here on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You get focused on the dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now.
I try to make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' be the deal. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home yeah. Truth, I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, man, y'all try to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man, y'all try to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
My love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like champs and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert, another cop can stretch the nigga. He a demon, it's an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with ya. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spin, I ain't listening, is effective. If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jacob. So time war, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him, this shit light work. It ain't on who got this gun, it's on who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody won't be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Overnight, with Ukraine saying new Russian drone attacks on Kyiv killed 28 people, including 3 children, President Trump increasing the pressure on Russia to end its war, posting he's moving 2 nuclear submarines to be positioned in the appropriate regions, following what he called highly provocative statements from former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev. After Medvedev called Trump's deadline for Russia to end the war in 10 to 12 days a threat and a step towards war between Russia and the U.S.
A threat was made by a former president of Russia, and we're going to protect our people. He was talking about nuclear. When you talk about nuclear, we have to be prepared, and we're totally prepared.
It's the first time Trump has issued a nuclear threat against Vladimir Putin, who threatened to use nuclear weapons early in the Ukraine war. U.S. intelligence said he was not serious. But Monday, Trump slamming Putin for continuing to escalate the war.
I'm disappointed in President Putin. Very disappointed in him.
Trump did not say whether he was repositioning submarines with nuclear engines or subs carrying nuclear-tipped missiles. The location of all submarines is top secret. Now there's only a week before his deadline for sanctions against Putin's top trading partners, China and India. Tom?
And we thank you for watching.
There we go. Testing. All right. Time, Christ. Get the most high hand. We are back again. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Barak Thumb to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Latham, Bashem Yahushai to the sisters. The water for tuning back in. We're here for another week, Tuesday night brotherhood class. I appreciate y'all for coming in. Like, share, subscribe, hit that comment section. Let's get this cracking. All right. So just starting it off. We just seen the news report saying that there is nukes in motion now. You know what I'm saying? Does that mean that the time is up? No. Does that mean that the time is getting close? Yes, we are getting extremely close. That pot is boiling right now. You know what I'm saying? With all of these different incidents that's going on, that is going on in the world right now, you know what I mean? It's only a matter of time until that pot breaks, okay? So what does that mean for our people? That means that our people need to get ourselves together. We need to gather ourselves together because in the time of our oppressors getting ready for war, we need to prepare ourselves for spiritual and carnal war. You know what I'm saying? Because war affects nations. Wars affect nations. You know what I'm saying? It affects resources. It affects supplies. We're going to see a lot of things happening. You know what I mean? You got the whole things with the tariffs going on. The lady was just saying that the tariffs, they could, what is it, August 15th or August 16th or something like that, where these tariffs can jump off at any moment. You know what I'm saying? That's financial war. Then the financial war leads into the physical war. You know what I mean? It's all steps into what we are seeing as the woe 3. You know what I'm saying? The third woe. So we must prepare ourselves and make sure that our elections are extremely sure right now. You know what I mean? Every day we should make sure that we're correcting our mistakes, that we're putting ourselves in check, that we're receiving counsel, that we're getting the help that we need in order to make sure that when it comes to getting a seat on those chariots, that we need to be in those seats. You know what I'm saying? That we make sure that we put ourselves in them seats. Because only you can raise up Israel. You have to, it doesn't come from just sitting back and watching. You have to put your brick down. And a lot of people think selfishly thinking that, you know what I mean, just them doing their own choral of releasing information to our people is just enough. No, this brotherhood is a body. It is an organization. You know what I mean? And it's the only thing that will be standing when the time comes of all these catastrophic things happening. You know what I mean? The only thing that will stand is true brotherhood. And this is the only place that you can receive it. So standing on your own, trying to be an individual, making it seem as if, oh, because I stand by myself, but I still believe that Christ is black and things of that nature. The basic Israelite one-on-one things. You know what I'm saying? It's more than that. It's about raising your nation up. You know what I mean? You can't just sit back and just wait for it to happen. You have to put in the work. You have to put in you have to stack the bricks up within the house of the body. Okay? So that's for our people. You know what I mean? These nukes are, well, they said that Putin could have been bluffing, but we know he's not. You know what I'm saying? And we know that Donald Trump is looking for anything to distract his personal situation he got going on with those files. So he might just be the one to just cause the ruckus instead of waiting for Putin to do it. You know what I mean? He might be the one to just sit there and press the button on his own. Oh, well, they made it seem as if they were going to do something, so we did it first. He would do anything to distract everybody from those files that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? And so don't be surprised if you tend to see our oppressors going to the extreme in due time, in soon time. You know what I mean? Because it can happen at any moment. So if you catch yourself being in a battle where it seems as if it's becoming unbearing, hold the fort, hold that shield, hold the line. You know what I mean? Do not crumble, do not break. This is the time. You know what I'm saying? This is the time. Do not crumble, do not get weak, do not fumble. Do not make everything that you've done and all the work that you put in for nothing. All the way at the end of the road, at the end of the relay. You know what I'm saying? Continue to keep working with more zeal than you ever had before. You know what I mean? With more zeal when you first found out about the truth, when you first got in all black. You know what I'm saying? Continue to keep working. All right. Where we at with it? Yeah. So you know what I mean? Trump, he's sitting out whatever he can. You know what I mean? Anything to distract the people. So don't be surprised if he's the one who sets the fight off first, because he needs something to distract the people. You know what I mean? But yeah. So prepare yourselves. You know what I mean? Get in check, get in order, and you know what I mean. It's that time. It's that time. So going on to, I've seen a story as well. I didn't get it on here fast enough, but I'm pretty sure a lot of everyone have seen it. Where there's a story with a mother who, you know what I mean, a black mother. She was unable to take care of her two children, and she gave the responsibility to the auntie. The auntie, she was also unable to take care of the children due to, you know what I mean, oppressed circumstances, probably drugs, probably living in the ghettos, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, lack of resources, whatever it is. So the mother, the auntie decides to unalive the two children and try to transport their bodies to go be hidden, right? Long story short, she gets pulled over. She wraps the bodies in a bunch of blankets and luggage bags and everything like that. She gets pulled over. The cops can smell that there is a foul odor coming from the car. I guess the children had been unalive for weeks before she decided to transport the bodies to Ohio. And extremely sad story. So the cop finds the children, and this is a viral video. You know what I'm saying? This is a very viral video. Now, this is my thing with the situation. As unfortunate as it is for our people to do unbelievable things like that, you know what I'm saying? Unhumane things. Not making anything that our people, when our people are in the wrong, I'm not trying to make it all right. But my thing about it is the viralness of this video. And my thing about it is, when has our oppressor had issues with unaliving children, with unaliving our babies? When have they had a problem with that? You know what I mean? They're the ones who campaign for abortions to be legal. You know what I mean? To be a woman's choice. You know what I mean? When have they ever had an issue with unaliving our children? So the viralness of this video has made me feel like, okay, there's some plot to this. There's something behind that curtain, and you can never overlook or overshadow your oppressor. You know what I mean? I feel as if it went so viral because our people were the ones committing this heinous crime. You know what I'm saying? It was our people who did it. It's not like a Caucasian person has never had this story before. You know what I mean? This is a regular story for them. This is a usual story for them. Either the parent is unaliving the child, or the child is unaliving the parent. It's a usual thing for them, but it's not viral and it's overlooked. But because it's our people is the reason why this video has went so viral. You know what I mean? So you got to look past the curtain of distraction and find out what's really going on. Our oppressor has never had an issue with unaliving our children. Never, ever. You know what I mean? They'll unalive our children for having autism. They'll unalive our children for having a toy gun and playing in their yard. You know what I mean? They have absolutely no issue with unaliving children. So don't get confused and don't be distracted with the viralness or the concept of the video. It is an unfortunate video. Our people need to find some type of salvation. You know what I mean? It's obvious. It's not a secret. We are in oppression. We are in a mindset of our oppressors. You know what I mean? So we need to find some type of refuge to get out of the land of oppression and get out of the mindset of oppression and be able to find our own, build our own, and be left alone. You get what I'm saying? So the situation is our oppressor, they have absolutely no problem with unaliving our children. It shouldn't have been, oh yeah, well, this lady did this and this is heinous and this is horrible. Yeah, it is horrible. But also the things that they do to us is horrible as well. You know what I mean? You cannot continue to allow our oppressors to keep mixing our minds up and thinking that we are the problem. You know what I mean? They'll tell us that the ghettos exist because of us, because we want to be ghetto, because we want to unalive each other, because we don't want to be better in our lives. They'll tell you that. That's what they feel in their spirit. You get what I'm saying? That's exactly how they feel in their spirit. That's what their mind tells them. They have absolutely no accountability for the things that they've done to us. The times we've tried to build our own cities and build ourselves up and they bombed us or burned our places down and built a lake over us. They have absolutely no accountability. That they don't care. All they care about is that we want to be in your business and around you, but we don't want you around us. That's how their mindsets are. You know what I mean? We're the problem. We're the ones who prefer. We're the ones that wanted this lifestyle. We're the ones that wanted this poverty. You know what I mean? That's what their mentality is. So we have to think and we have to understand as things continue to keep cycling around, as things start to have particular things happening in this world, you have to understand, look past the curtain of your oppressor and don't go into the mindset of thinking of what he wants you to think. Always look past it. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a visualization of who your enemy is. You have to have an understanding of who your enemy is. This is your enemy right here. Let me see if I can share this quick. Let me see. I'm about to move this. Okay. I'm about to share an image with you right quick. So I did a camp speaking, right? And the camp speaking was all based on who your enemy is and how you should see your enemy, right? This is how you should see Esau. Right there. Boom. Let's see. That's a little bit too big. Let me see. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. I'll leave it like that, then I'll take it out. Okay, that's good. This is how you should see what your enemy is. This is how you should see who Esau is. Okay. Notice the image. You have a lion who's filled with blood, right? Who's pretty much just got done, you know what I mean, eating or hunting, right? So this is the thing. This is the image that you should see in your head whenever you see your oppressor. This is how you should witness him. And we'll get into it. We'll get into the scriptures in a second. But this is what your oppressor is. He's a lion who's just got done hunting. Now, a lot of our people have grown comfortable with this lion, right? Grown comfortable with this predator, this beast. A lot of our people have grown comfortable with it because this lion is full. This lion is full with the blood of our ancestors, with the oppression of our ancestors, and with us, with slavery, with conquering. You know what I mean? This is what our oppressors are full of. They're full of the blood of our ancestors, with our oppression. This is what they're full with. And when you come across a lion and he's already full, he's just got done eating, he's not so much a threat as long as you keep your distance. But once you start to get a little bit too close, he'll attack you. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with our people. We're getting too close and not understanding that this lion, even though it may be full, it's still dangerous. Okay? And the problem with our situation is we don't understand that this lion one day is going to get hungry again. And once it gets hungry again, that's when the unaliving starts again. You get what I'm saying? Understand that image. This is what our oppressors are. Our oppressors are a lion. And right now this lion is full, but this lion is sure getting hungry again. And it's going to get hungry again. And it's going to want to attack again. And what is it going to want? It's going to want you, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's going to want you. That's what our oppressors have a taste for. The blood of our people, the suffering of our people, the oppression of our people. That's what he gets full off of. That's what he has a taste for. So now our people are thinking, oh, this lion is majestic and it's ferocious, but it's beautiful and it's nice. We should go up to it. We should be with the lion. And what happens every time we go amongst the lions? They attack. Okay? And they destroy. And this is what happened with our people. We are destroyed. Okay? And we allow ourselves to continue to keep getting comfortable with this roaring lion because to us, it doesn't look like a lion. It looks like a nice cat. It looks like something that's gentle and doesn't want to harm us. But at the end of the day, a lion's going to do what a lion's going to do. And a lion is built to hunt. Okay? So understand and have this image in your head of what your oppressor looks like. And don't be confused off of who this person is. It may talk smart, it may think smart, or it may seem smart to you, but at the end of the day, it's all carnage. It's all based on carnage. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get to 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Get to it too. 1 Peter 5 and 8. All right. Okay. So the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8, it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So this is what we're talking about here. This is what we're basing who our enemy is. You know what I'm saying? This is who he is. He's a roaring lion seeking who he may devour. He is hunting. He's hunting us. He's hunting our steps. We have to understand that this is not a nice person. This is not a person who deserves salvation. This is a predator who is hunting you, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He's hunting you. So you must visualize that the person that you think that is above you and is a nice person. This is who he is. He's like a lion seeking who he may devour. You get what I'm saying? Understand that. Stop getting so comfortable. Stop falling for the same hunting tactics. You get what I'm saying? Stop being. What does a lion do when it hunts? When a lion hunts, it runs within the pack, finding the slowest one, or the one that's caught off guard, or the one that's just too how can I say, fragile to get away. That's what lions do. You get what I'm saying? What happens when the buffaloes stick together and when they attack the lions? The only reason the lions are even able to get over on whatever they are getting over on the prey that they're getting is because they tend to find the scattering. When the scattering starts, they find the one straight by itself, the one that's easy to catch. This is why our people must be together. When you see those buffaloes get together and they attack those lions is walking away with no meal. You know what I mean? But in the buffalo's mind, it's when it sees danger, it runs. It runs away. But if it was to, I've seen plenty of times where a baby buffalo might get caught, and then the mom and the dad would come back and start going crazy on the line, and then they end up getting that baby back, depending on the circumstances. But at the end of the day, that shows you that there's strength in numbers. That's what our people need to do. We need to stick together. We need to be together. We need to fight for each other. We need to stop scattering and trying to feel like that I can just do it on my own. We have to come together. We have to stop hating each other. We have to stop hating each other so much as when we get caught off guard, because that's how they're attacking us. They're attacking us by keeping us separated. But it's strength in numbers. This whole battle between who's the right camp? Who's the right camp? There's only one camp. There's always been only one camp. Everything that is ripped off, it's always split up. There's only been one camp. And if you don't teach what we teach, then you're just not a camp. You're just another religion. You know what I'm saying? Being separated right now is not the way. We are going to get attacked. That line is going to get hungry again. So we have to stick together. We have to show that we're not afraid. We're not afraid, and we don't hate each other because of who we are. If I'm a black man, I see another black man, I shouldn't hate that black man only because he looked at me funny or he said something that I may have got misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? We have to stop showing our oppressor that, or stop letting things go viral on showing that we're still destroyed and we're still broken. We have to start showing that we are getting stronger and we are finding purpose. You get what I'm saying? That's when we're able to put a fear in our oppressors' hearts, because they can't hunt us the way that they've usually been hunting us. It's been an easy pickings for us. You know what I mean? It's been easy pickings. We've been separated. We have not been in a state of power. It's been easy pickings. Why? Because we're separated. Because we hate each other. Because we got problems amongst. We got Black Hispanic problems. We got Native American Black problems. We got Hispanic Native American problems. We got Hispanic problems. We got Native American problems. We just are separated, and they want us like that. That is a hunting tactic. It's time for us to wake up and understand that we are being hunted. You get what I'm saying? And it's not us hunting ourselves because of what block we live on or what territory we represent. You know what I mean? That's over with. It needs to be over with. We need to understand that we're being hunted by something greater than just a feud between blocks. That is just another tactic for us to stay separated. You get what I'm saying? What if it was one gang? If it was one gang, you would have one enemy, and that enemy is going to be your oppressor, because he's going to reassure that you do not stick together. You know what I'm saying? He's going to show himself as what? As a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. Right? Let's keep going. We're going to go to Revelations chapter 13 and 16. Let's see. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So this mark in our hands and in our minds are the things that we do, and it's the things that we think. And right now we think and do things like our oppressor, like this beast, like this lion. You know what I mean? This hunting lion. We do and act like him. We unalive ourselves more than our oppressors doing at this moment. We're putting ourselves in situations, we crashing out more than our oppressors are crashing out on us. We're finding more enemies within ourselves than actually seeing who the true enemy is and who set up this system to be like this. We're not fine. We're more distracted with the hatred amongst our own brethren. And it's time for us to open our eyes and open our minds and not allow this mark to control us anymore. This mark of Christianity, this mark of our oppressors, thinking and being like our oppressors, this mark of wanting to lie with women, strange women who have absolutely nothing to do with our culture. You know what I'm saying? Have nothing to do with our bloodline. Wanting to go and steal from our brothers. Wanting to go and rob our brothers. Wanting to go and cause harm to our brothers. These are all part of the mark of the beast. When you go out and you go harm a brother only because you're a blood and he's a Crip and both y'all hoods are beefing because of something that you had absolutely nothing to do about. You know what I'm saying? You have that mark of the beast in your forehead and in your hands because you think hatred towards your brother. You think hatred towards your people, and you do hatred towards your people. You do violence to your people. When you sit over there and you see a woman has a man, but she still wants to lay with you, and this woman she's making it clear that, okay, I got somebody, but we can still, and you still choose to go lay with that woman, you are causing harm to your brother. You have the mark of the beast on you. You get what I'm saying? Stop listening to these weed smokers who are telling you the mark is a chip or a shot. You know what I mean? These people are not coping with reality. Their minds are in a cloud right now. They'll make anything seem cartoonish. This mark is the things that you do. This mark is the things that you think. You can't want to do anything that causes any type of division towards your brother, because if you're following the law, then you're being a brother. You're being brotherly. The law is being brotherly. It's not hard to follow the law. All you got to do is love your brothers and love your sisters. Treat your sister like she is your sister instead of treating them like a slut. You know what I mean? All these different women just showing tail and thinking that being naked and, you know what I mean, it's receiving attention. If we didn't give them that attention, they wouldn't do it. If the modest woman who was virtuous and quiet, if she's the one who got all the likes and the views, then they would act like that. Women are following the attention. Attention is more valuable to these women these days than money. Like, who needs money when you got all eyes on you? when you got the fame and you got people watching you. Women are literally exposing themselves for nothing on social media. They're not receiving any money for it. They're just exposing themselves. You get what I'm saying? You have to stop looking at that woman as a horse, as a device that you can use to pleasure yourself, and look at what the value of a woman actually has. You know what I'm saying? A modest woman, a woman that, like, the physical activity can only go so far, and then you get tired and you leave her, and then you leave her with a mindset of, oh well, I'm just going to continue to keep this cycle going until I find somebody, because I'm obviously getting the attention, so I must find the man. But she's never going to find that man. She's going to continue to keep finding specimens to keep using her body as a pleasure tool. So we have to treat them with more respect than they have for themselves. Sis, cover up. You know what I'm saying? Why you want, like, I mean, I'm not giving you no attention. I'm not giving you the attention you want from me. You're not about to be able to get my recognition because of how you're acting, because of how you're dressed, because of how you hold yourself, your lack of respect for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Men we have to set that example first to show that our sisters that are respectable sisters, because they are us. They are our people. You know what I'm saying? They're the princesses on this on this planet. You get what I'm saying? So we have to treat them as such. Have more. If they don't have the respect, you need to have it for them. Hey, sis, cover. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you're probably gonna get some backlash for that. That's fine. But when a sister sees a righteous man, a noble man, and she sees that this is what he's attracted to, it's going to hit a nerve, because her whole life she thought that a man was just supposed to, you know what I mean, win her for her physical attributes, what she can contribute in the bedroom. You get what I'm saying? That's all she knew. It's time to bring the attention to the sisters who have something going for themselves, who can be quiet, who can be virtuous, who can be useful in your life. I mean, they're the ones that should be going viral, not these women who just butt naked, just doing whatever online just to receive likes and follows. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. So all these things are part of the mark of the beast. You know what I mean? Causing harm to your brother, hating your brother. You know what I mean? It's part of the mark of the beast. So let's have that understanding, right? We're gonna keep going. We're gonna go to Joel 1:6. The book of Joel, chapter 1 and verse 6. Let's get them comments in too. Water for everybody tuning in. I mean, that comments, definitely those discussions in the chat bring up algorithm for sure. Those discussions in the chat bring up the algorithm. So, Joel chapter 1 and verse 6, it says, "For a nation is come up upon my land, strong and without number, whose teeth are the teeth of a lion, and he hath the cheek teeth of a great lion." So this is the thing. All oppressor is always going to be compared to a lion. And being compared to a lion is just saying that because of the lion's nature, on how he hunts. You know what I mean? On how he attacks the prey. That's where the symbolic form of a lion is coming from. You get what I'm saying? Because when you see they talk about Christ, they also compare Christ as the Lion of Judah. But that's because the signet of Judah is a lion. You get what I'm saying? It's not saying that we are, how can I say? It's not saying that we are vicious, aggressive beasts. It's just saying, it's giving us the analogy that we are strong. You get what I'm saying? Because a lion is strong. You get what I'm saying? What we're comparing the enemy to, when we compare it to the lion, that analogy is his vicious ways, his ways of hunting, his ways of if you come across a lion, it's dangerous to you. You get what I'm saying? This is where this analogy is coming from for our oppressors. You come across a lion, it's dangerous to you. It doesn't want to be your friend. It's not going to want to be your pet. It's going to unalive you. You get what I'm saying? It's going to unalive you. If not now, then eventually. You get what I'm saying? But eventually it will unalive you. So this is where the analogy of this lion is coming from. And this lion is hunting us. This lion is keeping us weak so that we're easy to be hunted. You get what I'm saying? I keep saying that's lucky. So that's what it is. So it's up for our people to understand what this enemy is, okay? And understand that this enemy is going to get hungry. This enemy going to get so hungry that it's going to be starving for our oppression again. It's going to be starving for it. And you see it with the comments online, the what you got? The whites only towns being brought up. They understand who their enemy is. You get what I'm saying? They understand it. We need to understand it. We need to have an understanding on who the enemy is. When they sit over there and make their all-white groups and nobody bats an eye at it, and they get their white coalitions and you know what I mean, things of that nature, they know that their people, even this whole thing with ICE and all this stuff going on, this is because they know that our Hispanic brothers and sisters are gaining in numbers and they are decreasing. Blacks are gaining in numbers and they are decreasing. This is not just because of some political issue. This is for the survival of their people. They're reassuring that their people have, they think in generations. They want their people to be strong even when they're not there anymore. You get what I'm saying? For us and our people, it's like, okay, we gone, so it really don't matter where our people land at. That's how we think. We're not worried about the next generation. We don't care. You got people smoking in the car with their kids. You got people having just sexual encounters with their kids, watching the way they speak, the way they talk, gossiping in front of their kids, like just not really caring about where the next generation goes, but also we're just keeping that torture and not that torture, but that trauma and that depression and that misguidance going from generation to generation. Our people have been it's something mentally wrong with us. Our cognitive ways of thinking is very off. We don't care about the future of our people. We just worried about ourselves. You know what I mean? Like a woman will sit there and put her sex videos online and not worry about their kids growing up seeing it. You get what I'm saying? Look at Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian, even though being a heathen, she raised a black daughter, and the black daughter is old enough now where she can see her and another celebrity, you know what I mean, on camera. So we got to understand, we have to get out the mindset of our oppressors thinking that our generations just don't matter. Because I can't even say that's our mindset of our oppressors, because they care about their new generations to come. They want to make sure their people still are on top even when they're not there. They want to reassure that our people are always set to the bottom, even our next generations to come, that will never be able to get over the hump. You know what I mean? You go to a white family and you speak to them, they'll be nice at that time period while you're there. But when you're not there, they sitting at that dinner table, laying down the law, laying down the foundation. These are niggas. They're not to be trusted. They're always to be kept on the bottom. You always keep your people above all. They're laying down the law. Our people need to do the same thing. This is the devil that the Bible speaks of. They're not to be trusted. You know, you shouldn't have your sons with their daughters, or the daughters with their sons. You shouldn't trust anything that they're telling you. You shouldn't be fed any of the new waves that they bring to you. Everything is meant to destroy our people. This is the foundation we should be setting at our dinner tables. Whether the pressure shouldn't be at your house anyway, but whether they there or not, because they're gonna wait for you to leave. They'll wait for you to leave, so when they speak in private, you know what I'm saying? Look at all these different social media sites where you got like the video calls and everything like that. You see white people being racist all over, all Asian groups everywhere. Why? Because they are understanding of our position in their lives. We need to be understanding of their position in our lives. You know what I mean? This is very, very, very important. They have a distinctive biological, cognitive hatred for us. And it will never go away, regardless of how nice they may act, regardless of how cool your friend may be, regardless of how that white girl looked when she amongst all the black girl group and she doing what the black girls do and she dancing the way the black girls dance. It don't matter. All that does not matter. At the end of the day, when it comes to them making sure their people stay on top, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And the detriment of our people, they're willing to take that in order to make sure that their people stay on top. We have to wake up. We got to understand. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. See, for a nation has come up upon my land, strong and without number, whose teeth. Okay, so we read that one. Let's get into Genesis 27. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? This is going to give you a full understanding of where this all came to pass. So just going off of Genesis, let me get there first before I start getting into that. Genesis 27 and start at 38. 38, right? So this is the history of the hatred of white people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? This is their history of why they hate us so much. And this is the how can I say? This is a genetical hatred. This is all the way back to their forefather. Okay? So in the time period of Esau and Jacob, Jacob received the blessing that was meant to be given to him, but his brother felt as if he was the one that was supposed to take the blessing because he was the oldest. But God said before the babies were even born that the older shall serve the younger. You get what I'm saying? So Jacob was always the one supposed to receive the blessing from his father, even though his father, Isaac, being in his old age, you know what I mean? He's following the Israelite custom, right? He's following the Israelite custom, which is the older gets the blessing, right? But the thing about it is the Lord separated these two nations within the womb of their mother. So these are two different people. So this person is supposed to receive this blessing, and this person has its own life of living, right? So Jacob goes and he disguises himself as Isaac in order to not shame his father or put his father in a tough situation, because Isaac loved both his sons. You know what I'm saying? Isaac loved Esau and Jacob. But at the end of the day, Jacob was the one supposed to receive the promise. So Jacob even sold his morsel of meat to his brother, and he made a deal with him that you give me your blessing, and you give me your blessing. You give me what is the word I'm looking for when when the father dies off and he leaves heritage. Give me is it heritage? I'll get back to it. But you give me your blessing, you can have this morsel of meat. And Esau, not even caring about what the blessing was or what it could be or what it was about, he was more carnal and just thought with his carnal mind, and he wanted the morsel of meat. So this is the situation that's happening in Genesis 27, right? Jacob goes, receives a blessing. Esau comes back from hunting to ask his father for the blessing. And his father, like, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just talked to you. I just gave you your blessing just now, not knowing that it was Jacob that he gave the blessing to. So Esau's like, whoa, like you ain't got nothing for me. Like you just don't like how you just gonna give away my blessing, even though it didn't belong to him in the first place, right? So this is where we at right now. So it says Genesis 27 and verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Like verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated. We'll get to that. So this what's going on right now. Esau is receiving the blessing of what his people will be, and they will live by the sword. And this is the characteristic and the beginning of the hatred for our people. You know what I mean? He's going to live by the sword. This is how Esau has been living, how white people have been living their whole lives. They don't build, they take. They don't give, they take. They take lives, they take land, they take riches, they take lifestyles, they take cultures, they take everything. And that's exactly what they've been doing for us, living by the sword and taking everything from us, enslaving us, unaliving us. Like I think that was an earthquake. But yeah, this is what they've been doing to us since day one. And this is the beginning of this hatred for us. Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessings wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, thy days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Okay. So this is where the hatred was already within the belly of the mother. We fought with them in the belly of the mother. This clarified it. This stamped it. You get what I'm saying? From then, the children and the children's children and the children's children all inherited inheritance. It is inheritance. Inherited that hatred for us. Okay? All of them. They all inherited that hatred for us. You know what I'm saying? Isaac told them, you're going to live by the sword, and at a time period, you're going to have a yoke around your brother's neck. And he's speaking about his people, because they have a yoke around our neck. They have a spiritual yoke around our neck. They have a financial yoke around our neck. You know what I'm saying? We're all hemmed up into the ways of Esau. You know what I'm saying? So they have full control of us. But at a time period, they're going to serve us. There's going to be a time where they're going to serve us. Even though his time is now, where he has this yoke around our neck, his time is short. It's only for a short time. But within that time, we should be mentally, spiritually, physically bounding ourselves within this brotherhood. Point blank, period. That's exactly what we should be doing. And to continue to keep going into the ways of thinking that this lion is going to somehow become friendly or become welcoming and accept us into its pack, it's not. This lion will always continue to keep hunting us. It'll always continue to keep attacking us. We are cooked as long as we continue to keep on trying to find some type of brotherhood within this lion. This lion is hunting us. It doesn't want to be friends. It wants to unalive us. It wants to take everything from us. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how our minds should be working. That's exactly how we should be. The imagery within our heads when we see ourselves walking, and you see yourself on a dark street, and you see a blue collar, white collar, Caucasian man on that street about to walk past. You should cross the street like you would cross the street with a brute black man. You know what I'm saying? This is the mentality of our people. We'll accept our actual hunter and we'll despise our people. We'll look at them as if they're always trying to do some type of harm to us. Which is not true. This is the one who wants to hurt us. This is the lion. And he's been hunting us for generations now. But thank the Lord. Thank the Lord that there is a hunter coming. You know what I'm saying? What do you call them? Those the ones that hunt the animals in the safari. A poacher, I think. There's a poacher coming. And his name is Yahushua. And all of that hunting and all that unaliving, it will come to an end. And that lion will be tamed. That lion will be unalived. And we will live in peace. And we will live in peace, and we won't have to worry about being hunted anymore. We don't have to worry about checking our steps every time and worrying about, oh yeah, well, do I look the part? Do I seem the part? We don't have to worry about that. We'll have our own culture. We'll have our own peace. We'll have our own salvation. We don't have to worry about that lion anymore. That lion will be gone. That lion will serve us, and then it will be no more. That's a beautiful story. That's a beautiful story that is soon to become our reality. Soon. But we have to make it right now. We have to make that our reality right now. We have to be the strong ones who stand up against the lion and show that we're not going to leave a brother behind to be hunted and to be unalive. We're going to stand up and we're going to protect our people. We're going to make sure that that lion doesn't want to keep hunting us so easily anymore. You know what I mean? We want to strike some fear to that lion's heart. And once we can get together as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans and do that and stand strong, then the poacher comes. Is it poacher? But yes, then Yahushua comes. And that's when the Lord is pleased with us. You know what I mean? In the days of Moses, they cried out to the Lord, help us, Lord, help us. They cried out to the Lord. We got to start crying out to the Lord. We have to start seeking salvation and stop being so comfortable in this lion's den. Stop being so comfortable around this predator who continues to keep unaliving us. There's no more comfort. Find yourselves to being together and standing strong against this beast. Okay? So that's all I got today. Most definitely the water for y'all tuning in. You get me? The water for y'all in the chat. I'm gonna say, Messiah Christ, you know what I mean? The water commander Junior Honda for establishing this brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? Keeping this brotherhood, making sure that we are able to have us a place of refuge where we can be together and we can stand strong. You get what I'm saying? The water, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua brought the thumb to the brothers, Yahweh Shamar of the thumb, Bashem Yahushua to the sisters. I'm gonna catch y'all next week. We're gonna get into it. Water.